Cock-a-doodle-doo. I'll say cock-a-doodle-doo. Good morning, everybody. Happy Monday. Fix my beak. Good morning, cock-a-doodle-doo. It's time to wake up and get ready to have a wonderful day. Good morning. Happy Monday morning. I'm Dean the Turkey Legster, currently Dean the Rooster Nader. Um, Good morning. I hope you're having a wonderful morning so far. Rooster Mode Activated is the name of the stream, and it's the show that I do Monday mornings, 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, to wake you up and get you going for the day ahead. Give you some Disney news, give you some positive thoughts and vibes, or whatever you want to call it. So, good morning. Cock-a-doodle do. Um, yeah. I don't have a lot planned for my day. I have some housework that I'm gonna do. I don't think I'm going anywhere today. Tomorrow I have blood work in the morning, so I'll be doing that. Um, and I might possibly go somewhere else after my appointment. Paul Engel, good morning. Let me say good morning also to Lyle. I am Lyle. Good morning. Hello. And Dave Stragan. Hello. Good morning also to you as well. Welcome in, everybody. Good morning. And it's going to be a good morning. It is a good morning. I shouldn't say it's going to be. It is. Good morning. And I'm here to help make sure that happens. So, anyway, how are you all doing? Last night I did, because I rescheduled my stream, Turkey Legster Zone, from Saturday. I did the first episode of my Disney According to Dean. And that was last night. So if it seems like I'm live again right after I was live last night, that's because I am. Um, so, but that's fine. That's fine. And then, yeah. Just a note, and I'll repeat this towards at the end of the stream, but I will be live Monday. I will be live Wednesday, the other Monday, uh, from Disney's Animal Kingdom. Gonna have a fun stroll around there and just kind of relax, taking the vibes. We'll go look at some animals. We'll go say hello to the tigers, see if they're out. Um, I might do both of the animal trails actually. Might try to fit both those in. That will be fun. Uh, so yeah, so that's Wednesday morning. I think I'm gonna try to get there in time to start at 9 o'clock. Otherwise, it'll be like 9:15 or 9:30. So stay tuned for that. So, all right, guys. Well, so let's get going. Let's look at some Disney news. Before I do that, let me take my beak off. It's a little annoying. Just a little annoying. Uh, Big Ben Theory. Good morning, Benny. Good morning. Happy Monday. Cock-a-doodle doo. All right, guys. So I've got a segment here on Rooster Mode Activated that I have called since the beginning of the show. I've called it What in the Walt Disney World is Going On. I'm renaming this segment to News Flash Disney. News from the most magical place on Earth. Newsflash Disney, if you followed the channel for a few years, you may remember uh, that, or you may not, I don't know. I used to have a whole stream, a whole show called Newsflash Disney, and it focused on talking about Disney news and updates. I went in a different direction, and I do still talk about Disney news, just as a segment, but not necessarily the whole focus of every single stream. But I decided to rename this segment to News Flash Disney, just to kind of revive that name because I love it, and um, also because it's easier to say. What in the Walt Disney World is going on is kind of long, to be honest. Um, so it's the same segment, just under a different name now. So Spencer Walker, good morning, happy Monday. So let me figure out how to share my screen again. It's been a few weeks. Oh, that's not what I want. Hold on. Wrong button. I'm clicking buttons. I'm clicking the wrong buttons. Um, you are my sunshine. I think I want this. My only. Oh, okay. I gotta do this. Hold on. So, no, I don't want that. Please pardon all ads. All right. First up, let me just make sure this is working. Okay. Oh, it is. I just need to not click back and forth. Okay. Um, so first up, I'm gonna frost your flakes and pop your tarts with another story about people at Disney. Canadian man arrested for shoulder checking cast member in Pandora, the world of Avatar. Let's see what this is about. A Canadian tourist has been arrested after allegedly shoulder checking a cast member in Disney's Animal Kingdom. Tourist arrested. Love to see it. A Canadian tourist was accused of shoulder checking a Disney cast member who wouldn't let him or his family onto a closed Animal Kingdom attraction at the end of the night. Oh boy. According to a new arrest report. Um, this guy of Palgrave, Ontario, Canada, was arrested and charged with first degree misdemeanor battery. That's a unique souvenir to take from Disney. He pleaded not guilty following the March 20th incident. Okay, so this is a few months ago, according to Orange Circuit Court records. The park had a 7 p.m. closing time on the day when this situation unfolded around 7:10 p.m. This guy asked the Disney Attractions cast member about his family outside, and the family told him they could not enter because the ride was closed for the night. The chains blocking the guest entrance had already been closed off at this point. Three of the family members had jumped the chains and approached the employee, according to the Orange County Sheriff arrest report. The Disney employee escorted them out of the line and left, and the gentleman, we use that term loosely, left as well. Short time later, the family returned, jumped the chains, tried to sneak in through the lightning lane entrance, and again, they were stopped and the cast member stood in the way, blocked his path with her hand on the handrail. So they not just did they attack a cast member, this was a lady, according to the arrest report. And then she asked if they could discuss the situation outside. Domenico continued advancing and shoved the employee with his shoulder, claiming that she was not going to stop him. Let me see. One second, guys. I'm sorry. Okay, hold on, guys. So the employee continued up the line but kept herself in front of Domenico so he could not continue towards the other employees and guests. Domenico is the guy's name. So he shoulder checked her. The guy shoulder checked her a subsequent time as he made it towards the next employee at the end of Lightning Lane. So the Disney security and management was alerted. Sheriff's office interviewed the guy, corroborated the Disney's account. And I'm not going to read all the details of the next thing. So there's no specification on what ride, but it was in, looks like Pandora according to the address. So it was likely Flight of Passage or, oh, it would have had to been. Both of them have Lightning Lane. So the guy and his lawyer have declined to comment for the story. A pre-trial conference hearing is scheduled for May the 22nd, which is Friday. And this doesn't say here, but I'm sure this guy was trespassed. Sorry guys for that pause. I started feeling like unwell for some reason, but it passed, so we're back. All right. I'm just coming back. Hold on. Let me. Yay! Hi. Okay. Um, say hello. Good morning, Robin. I heart Disney. Good morning. Cock-a-doodle-doo. Not so scary, Mary TV. Hello, Neri. Miss Neri. Welcome in. Cock-a-doodle-doo. Cock-a-doodle-doo. So yeah, it was really weird. While I was reading that article, I just started feeling like nauseous and I'm feeling a little stuffed up, so I might sound a little weird, but I started feeling all of a sudden um like nauseous and like I really just needed to jump ship. But it passed, so I think I can finish the stream. But anyway, let's come back here. Really unusual. All right, breaking. Statler and Waldorf from Muppet Vision 3D Heckle guests aboard rock and roller coaster starring the Muppets. This is fun. Disney has released yet another preview video. The soon to open, I think they meant of the soon to open rock and roller coaster starring the Muppets at Disney's Hollywood Studios. This time confirming the return of two beloved audio animatronic characters from Muppet Vision 3D. Okay, guys. Bear with me 1 second. I need to run and go get some water. I'm going to let you look at Statler and Waldorf. I just need to go get some water. So I will need to bring water in next time I'm doing this. So bear with me 1 moment. I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. Thank you guys for your patience. Hopefully I haven't lost anybody. Just having roosteritis this morning. All right, so in the video, so we're talking about Statler and Waldorf on Rock and Roller Coaster. In the video, as guests are pulling away to exit into the Electric Mayhem concert, they are heckled by the famous pair who appear to be in a camper van. So looks like it's on Instagram. It's on the Disney Parks. Instagram. The Statler and Waldorf audio animatronics probably look familiar to many guests as they were a major and beloved part of the Muppet Vision 3D attraction from 1991 until the closure in 2025. One of the jokes previewed in the Instagram video even references a particular memorable joke from the former attraction. The couple quips the following: "Do we have time to go to the bathroom before the next song?" "We can't, old fool. We're bolted to the seats." Ah, ha, ha. I don't know if they laugh, but I'm doing the laugh. Of course, the joke calls back to the final moments of the Muppet Vision 3D show, where Waldorf asks if they have time to use the bathroom before the next show, before Statler breaks the fourth wall and makes light of the fact that they are permanently installed audio animatronics. So then this next little bit talks about they've been a pop culture staple since their debut of the Muppet Show. Um, Or a rock and roller coaster starring the Muppets opens at Disney's Hollywood Studios on May the 26th, which is, let's see here. A week from tomorrow. Okay. All right. Let me come back and check chat really quickly. Let me just do that. That's going to be annoying. Tiki Man fan, good morning. Hello. Um, Kendrick, hello. Welcome in. Dean is back. Act normal. Oh, mercy. Don't act normal. Normal is boring. Oh, Neri says you sometimes get nausea while reading. Did I? You know what? This doesn't usually happen. Normally I get nausea. I haven't had nausea in a long time. So I'm not sure what happened. I have some ideas, but I'll, not really sure. Um, Neri likes animal. Turkey legs, turkey legs. I can just hear him now. Turkey legs, turkey legs. Um, in a way, animal might kind of be could be my spirit animal, along with Dory and Doug. Um, Dory, you know, the fish. Doug from Up. Um, they're kind of like my official spirit animals. Um, let's see here. Yeah. Um, I'm gonna try to meet up with Neri and Benny sometime and be in one of their vlogs. Yeah. We'll try to work that out. Dawn, welcome in. Good morning. Hitchhiking Bones. Good morning. Okay. Yeah, normal is overrated. Definitely. All right. Two more stories that I found. The Mandalorian and Grogu magic shots. Sorry about the ad. There we go. Coming to Disney Parks and Disney Cruise Line. Disney PhotoPass is adding new time magic shots inspired by The Mandalorian and Grogu, the next installment of the Star Wars franchise, which is coming up. Actually, it's releasing. Is that Friday already, the 22nd? I'm sure the article will say. Among the offerings coming to Disney Experiences announced today, Disney PhotoPass services throughout many parks and Disney Cruise Line will soon offer new magic shots inspired by Star Wars, The Mandalorian, and Grogu. The new photo experiences allow guests to pose for PhotoPass photographers and later find Star Wars themed editions in their photo galleries. Disney teased that guests should check their photos afterward to see who has appeared in their souvenir image. Oh. Disney Parks blog included 4 sample images that feature some of the Star Wars characters guests can expect to see in this new experience. The first image, pictured above, pictured above, right here, shows a young guest as she sits on a stone bench inside a rocky Batu setting next to Grogu. Oh my gosh. The next image, two guests stand with their arms crossed next to Rhoda the Hutt, the son of the infamous crime lord Jabba the Hutt and a major character in the upcoming Mandalorian and Grogu. What a handsome prince. Not really. Another photo shows two guests standing near the Millennium Falcon with several Anzelin Droid Smith characters digitally added around a small barrel-like surface. Well, that's cute. That's cute. The Grogu and these dudes are, that's cute. In the last image, two guests pose with Grogu in front of the Millennium Falcon. Grogu appears to be using the Force to push a blue macaron through the air with two guests mirroring the action. That is too much. The magic shots will be available in several Star Wars Galaxy's Edge locations, including near the Millennium Falcon, Marketplace, A-Wing, and Droid Depot. Additional locations for these limited time magic shots will include Tomorrowland and Disneyland, Disney Springs at Walt Disney World, Discoveryland at Disneyland Paris, and select Disney Cruise Line experiences. Disney did not announce a full list of included characters or an exact end date for the limited time offering. The magic shots are part of a broader park celebration tied to the release of Star Wars The Mandalorian and Grogu, which opens in theaters on May the 22nd, which is indeed a Friday. The same post also detailed how Star Wars Galaxy's Edge and other locations will offer Star Wars The Mandalorian and Grogu inspired dishes and drinks at both Walt Disney World and the Disneyland Resort. Also be sure to check out new souvenir novelties coming to both the resorts. Okay. Well, that's fun. I love that one. I would almost get PhotoPass just to try to get this shot. There's that one. There's that one. That one's cute. That one's cute too. I wouldn't mind getting this shot too. So we're going to stay on the Star Wars vein or subject for our last little story here. Dave Filoni discusses the future of Star Wars in theaters and on Disney Plus. So the entertainment landscape has changed a lot since the debut of Star Wars in 1977, I'll say. Now the creative head of the Lucasfilm talks on how the franchise is adapting to the new media world. A whole new world. Oh, wrong movie. Wrong movie. Sorry about that. As Star Wars prepares to return to movie theaters with The Mandalorian and Grogu, Lucasfilm Chief Creative Officer Dave Filoni has addressed how the franchise will continue to balance theatrical releases with Disney Plus storytelling. In a new interview with Collider, Filoni discussed the future of Star Wars projects and indicated that Lucasfilm is not moving away from Disney Plus entirely, even as the franchise reestablishes itself on the big screen. When asked about the annual output of Star Wars projects in any format, shows, movies, and beyond, Filoni emphasized his approach to new Star Wars stories. Uh, Filoni emphasized his approach to new Star Wars stories is grounded in the core storytelling first and foremost, with concerns about production format coming second. Um, in this quote here, he says, "For me right now, rather than dealing with hard numbers like that, I'm just looking at the stories and the potential and planning what I'd like to do. I believe in having an overarching idea and then saying, okay, it's this many of this, and then we can have that. There are certain things that have been in motion already that obviously I want to continue. Jon Favreau and I have had a great partnership for many years now, telling stories. So I look at the stories that I'm kind of planning and architecting, and I look at other creative talents that bring us also great stories, and I just try to find a way to make them all work." There we go. There is a poster for the new movie. The comments come as The Mandalorian and Grogu is set to open when? On May the 22nd of 2026, on Friday. The film continues the story of Din Djarin and Grogu after three seasons of The Mandalorian on Disney Plus, and represents the first new theatrical Star Wars installment since Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker in 2019. With the series transition from streaming to the big screen, The Mandalorian and Grogu marks Lucasfilm's first true experiment in blending its streaming content with the more traditional wide-release theatrical storytelling. Filoni has been a central creative figure in the franchise's modern era, helping guide many animated projects such as Star Wars The Clone Wars, Star Wars Rebels, and beyond, while also playing a major role in the Disney Plus live-action slate together with Jon Favreau and other high-profile directors. The new film release follows the recent series finale to Maul Shadow Lord, which is what this is from. This image right here. I have not seen that show. Which is another animated project Filoni worked closely on in one of Star Wars' most highly rated productions to date. A second season was confirmed to be in production prior to the first season's premiere, signaling a high degree of internal confidence in the project. Filoni closed the interview, noticing the variety of theatrical and streaming projects already underway at Lucasfilm, including the next season of Ahsoka, a character and series Filoni is most closely associated with, and Starfighter, the next theatrical Star Wars release. Filoni has stated his optimism. Da 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 da. All right. Wonderful. Okay. What am I doing? Sorry, guys. This is my first time streaming, so I'm trying to figure out what the heck I'm doing. Hey, there I am. Hey, welcome in. John went to see The Devil Wears Prada 2 last night, but bought a Mando um, bucket. N well, no, Robin. You can't have Grogu taller because Grogu is not taller. So if Grogu was taller, then he wouldn't be as tall as he is. Does that make sense? Yeah, all right. That sounds good, Neri. That sounds good. Yeah. Gobble, gobble. Oh, well, welcome to the Gobble Crew. Don Hitchhiking Bones. Thank you so much. Chris Curtis family, hello. Good morning. Good morning. Um, Cock-a-doodle-doo. I don't know if it's confusing that I'm the Turkey Legster and I'm always doing gobble gobble, and then I do a rooster show. So some of you that have, may have watched the channel, for several years, may remember George the Rooster. Oh, by the way, that's the end of the Disney news segment. So yeah, great updates this morning. A lot of the news stories. Oh, hold on. Let me go back to George. George the Rooster was a rooster. I've got a playlist on the channel. Actually, if I could have one of my moderators go find that playlist. George the Rooster lived in our neighborhood area, and there was one summer in particular. He would wander over in the morning, kind of looking for, uh, breakfast and stuff. And so he came over most mornings, a lot of mornings, um, and have to say at least half the time, he would make his way to our front yard and even on our front porch, um, just for a couple of minutes. And but I've got a playlist and it's called George the Rooster. So there it is. Thank you, Robin. You can go check it out and meet George. He came, like I said, he came probably about May. It was like over the summer and early fall, and then all of a sudden it was kind of a strange mystery, but he just all of a sudden stopped coming. I think it was like early November of that year, um, which was kind of unusual. But I mean, our area's growing, so I hate to say it out loud, but it's very possible he got hit by a car. He might have we have hawks in the area, or a hawk that might have attacked him and got him. Stray dogs. There's been bears in our area. There's any myriad of things that he could have done. I could have happened to him. But so I'm glad I've got George on, camera, because he really was. And I'll have to find a picture of George that I can make a screenshot or make a thumbnail for Rooster Mode Activated. Um, he was a good looking rooster. Let me just say, he was a good looking rooster. So anyway, back to the Disney news. I saw a lot of news articles and items about refurbishments, um, uh, of that nature. I saw an item that what is it? The dining area, eating area near Woody's lunchbox is finally done after 4 years. So, way to go, Disney, on breaking that record. Um, just a lot of things going on. Um, the courtyard, of course, the animation courtyard in Hollywood Studios. They're they're doing things, and it's Amy AJC Magic TV. Good morning, cockadoodle do cockadoodle do. Sorry. Um, welcome in. So anyway, just a lot of the news articles were just that. You know, they're refurbishing something, they're painting something, they're updating the sign, they're flushing the toilet in one of the bathrooms. They're I don't know. They're it just non-news articles. I don't report on that. Um, most food news I'm not going to report on. If there's a major update like a restaurant opening or whatever, something like that, I'm not going to report on. Um, merch, I'm not going to report on because we all know that Disney puts out merch. So I'm not a merch channel unless Disney starts doing turkey leg merch. Then I will report on it. You better know if there's anything turkey leg related, you will hear about it on this channel. Guaranteed. Guaranteed? Guaranteed. I can't talk. Anyway, so yeah. Um, all right. So to the next segment, I'm going to impress you with my pronunciation skills with Dean's Dictionary. And here we've got a doozy. Pulchritudinous. Pulchritudinous is the word for today, and it means, hold on, let me stop screen. It means beautiful or attractive. Pulchritudinous, beautiful or attractive. I promise you next week's word will not have as many syllables. Um, and I don't know, normally I would probably just say beautiful or attractive, but pulchritudinous. Pulchritudinous. Oh, Stephanie, you looked this up. Pulchritudinous. Um, yes, people, you are all pulchritudinous. It was very pulchritudinous of you to come in and watch the stream this morning. Um, quite pulchritudinous of you. So there's an impressive word that you can use. It almost sounds like if you didn't know what it meant, it could almost sound like a put down or an insult. Uh, that was very pulchritudinous of you. If you say it with the right tone, that was quite pulchritudinous of you. And then they look at you like, what do you call me? Like, oh, beautiful, attractive. You're beautiful and attractive. Oh, it didn't sound like that to me, but anyway. Anyway, there's your word for today. Pulchritudinous. Pulchritudinous of you. Beautiful or attractive, which is a quality that that Jabba's nephew does not possess. Going back to the news story. All right. And finally, before I head out, or before I'm not leaving yet. Words of life, something from the Bible for today. And today's verse comes from Matthew 6, chapter 6, verses 25 through, through 26. Matthew chapter 6, verses 25 and 26. Therefore, I tell you, do not be anxious about your life, what you will eat or what you will drink, nor about your body, what you will put on. Is not life more than food, and the body more than clothing? Look at the birds of the air. They neither sow nor reap nor gather into barns, and yet your heavenly Father feeds them. Are you not of more value than they? So again, that was Matthew chapter 6, verses 25 and 26. We put that in here. And Surf Bomb, good morning, John, good morning. Absolutely, Lyle. Absolutely. Amen. All right. So there you go, guys. Um, awesome sauce. Have I said that on a stream yet? I don't know if I've said. I probably have. Awesome sauce. All right, all of you pulchritudinous people. Um, thank you for watching. This has been a blast this morning. As always. Next Monday, of course, I'll be back. Next Monday is Memorial Day, and I will be live. So whatever you've got planned for Memorial Day, I hope you'll plan to stop in at 8 o'clock sharp a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and for Rooster Mode Activated. Of course, the Turkey Legster Zone. I am continuing Disney According to Dean. That's coming up Saturday night at 8 p.m. 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And again, Wednesday, I am going to be at Disney's Animal Kingdom. I'm going to try to start the stream at 9. I'm going to try to be there early to be able to start the stream at 9. But anywhere from 9 to 9:30 is probably the most likely range. So just a little programming note. I have to get myself awake and out the door and through traffic and parked and into the park and before I can think about starting my live stream. So there's like all the steps I have to go through in order to stream at the park. So Wednesday. And what else? Thank you to all of the members for joining. Dawn, Hitchhiking Bones, welcome in. I had several people join via a gifted memberships last night, which was wonderful to see. So a lot of people have joined memberships via the gift. And just want to say I don't expect people to join the memberships on this channel, but I appreciate it very much if you come on board the Gobble Crew and to support the channel in that way. But I always appreciate everyone doing just the regular YouTube things as well, the watching and being subscribed and leaving comments and coming in and just hanging out. Yeah, it's been a great journey. It really has. Um, okay, I'm going to do something. There's about 10 minutes left before this is going to happen. I want to send you over to Mr. Doug, Zippity Doo Doug. Give me 1 second, guys. Talk amongst yourself while I figure out again how to do this. Actually, I think I'm supposed to do this before I stream. Let me see if it'll let me do this. One second. This will be a good learning experience. And I always forget where you go to do the redirect. Here we go. All right. Doug. Nope. Doug. Doug, where are you? By the way, huge thank you to Doug for he likes to promote channels, live streams and sometimes premieres and stuff. There are several. Let's see, what's today, the 18th? Okay, that's it. All right, guys, so the redirect should work. Oh, thank you, Robin. Robin's going to the beach. Oh my goodness. Speaking of which, I definitely am planning to get back to up to New Smyrna to do a sunrise stream. Possibly next week. But I also need to get back to Lou Gardens. I have not been to Lou Gardens in a while. I think I went in February. Anyway, I need to get back there, so that might be next week as well. I'm kind of limiting my driving because of the way gas prices are right now. I mean, it's a thing. It's reality of. I won't go into the politics of it, comment on that, but it's just the reality. Um, Kind of limiting, my trips, especially driving. Right now to once a week. So this week I'm getting down to Disney. Um, Next week will either be the beach again or Lou Gardens. Lou Gardens isn't that far for me, so but it'll be a stream. Um, 45-minute ferry ride. Oh, okay. Well, have fun. Have fun. Have so much fun. And you all have such a great day. Um, Go over, tell Doug Dean says cock-a-doodle-doo, or you can, Dean says gobble gobble. Um, or if you just got a day to get on, have a great day. Cock-a-doodle-doo, guys. Take care. I'll see you next time. Thank you so much. You Pulchrutinous. Is that the word? Is that the word? I forgot already. Pulchrutinous? Pulchrutinous. You Pulchrutinous group of people. Have